Today we are going to work on this BMW. It has been sitting here for almost a month or two. As you can see, there's no snow under it and lots of snow around it. And it is cold out here. So, obviously you can tell that we got it off the trailer. But in this video, I want to teach you how to get cheap BMWs that others overlook. And I want to explain to you, if you don't know, why they don't start. So let's give this one a quick once over. This is a 2013 BMW. It was listed as no start, no drive, nothing. They didn't give an odometer reading, so the car was a mystery. So this doesn't go for all, but for the majority of BMWs that have airbags that have deployed, there is a quick fix to get these up and running. Because well, let me explain another thing to you. If you try to jump start this car, you can hook a jump pack up here. It does nothing. Like literally doesn't power anything in the car. And with BMWs that are fairly new, this trunk lid does not have a keyhole to pop it, so it's electronic. So you can see the dilemma. You have a car, airbags are blown, you put the key in it, you go to start it, or do anything in it, and nothing happens. You can't even pop the trunk, which is where the battery is on every BMW I've ever owned. So, you can't get in the trunk, you can't jump start it, you can't get an odometer reading, nothing. The car literally seems dead. So most people are scared of these because of that reason. But me and my friend Taylor have devised a foolproof way to get past that. So like I said, you can put a jump pack over here, nothing happens. So in order to get the trunk open, if you've won a car from the auction or are thinking about bidding on one, you come on the passenger side, you pop this trim piece off down here, which sits right there, like this, and that gives you access to this power cord. Now this will obviously be taken care of, but if you take away part of the shielding so you can get a jump pack on this, stick your positive lead here, put your negative on something metal. It's better to do it with two people. Have one person here doing it real quick, someone else in the driver's seat. You push the key in and you get power, and then you pop the trunk. Take this off, because once you have access to the trunk, you can have access to the battery. So with that said, this is just the beginning. There is a lot of, let's see, this piece goes on top of this, like so. You can rip all that off to get access to the terminal here. So at this point, if you're in a hurry, you can stick a jump pack back here and one on the front because they're not connected currently. And you can get the car to start and drive, which is how we got it off the trailer and got it to where it is right now. But the main problem lies within this part right here. Right in here, there is actually an explosive charge that disconnects the positive battery terminal from the front, which is, I think, essentially the starter. So a quick fix for this is you got to rip this open and reconnect this wire here. So let me get my tripod and I'll start ripping that open to show you how to do that. Okay, now that we're here, I'm sorry, I apologize if my hands are going to get in the way, but I got to get to this here and pry it open. So if you can't see what's going on, that's what I am trying to get access to. See if we can zoom in a little bit. So I think we can just pop this. But see, they kind of pop riveted in. I might need to take this off to have good access to it. But you essentially just tear this cover off, which is what I'm going to be doing for the next little bit. So there might be a little time lapse here as I dismantle and destroy this thing. Well, this is the explosive, this yellow piece here. Now, this isn't going to be a fix for most of you, as you probably want to do this properly, but there's a reason they total these things. The headlight alone for this car, used, gutted, is like between $800 to $1,500, and then you have to buy all the internal pieces to go with it. So yeah, it kind of sucks. But not to mention the airbags that are $300 a piece, and the windshield and the dash and all of that. So make sure you price things out before you buy them, unlike me sometimes. Snip this right here, see what happens. If I had some freaking snips that weren't dull. Alright. So here is the culprit of our issues, if I can. Son of a bee. I brought my drill. I don't know if drilling these out would be any better. Never done it like that before, but maybe that'll work. Okay. So, this is what it looks like after the explosion happens. And so what you need to do is put this piece back into here and secure it. This is lead, so it could be soldered or whatever you prefer. But yeah, I'm gonna snip this off. Like so. Cut that cover off. Now, if I connect this back into here and cinch that down tight, which I've had good luck just tightening them up real good. Now, hooking this back up will feed power back to the front of the car. See if you can zoom out a little bit. There we go. I'm pretty sure my battery's dead, so it's still not going to work. But you can now jump at one point as opposed to two. And we'll hook the other piece of this back on. But with all this being said, I bought this not knowing how many miles were on it, if it even ran, or anything of the nature, but I've had good luck in the past, like I said. My BMW 325 wagon, did a video on that a while ago. It was the same way. I won that one dirt cheap. It was like $200. This one was a little bit more, seeing that it's newer. All in it right now, I'm about $2,000. But, I mean, one of those headlights alone is about that much. So now, I think we could stick a jump pack on it, jump start it, and it might actually be able to charge the alternator. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we get some dingy noises. Oh, come on. Alright, let's go see what we got. this one up as well. So the headlight come on. I wonder if all that corrosion on that post back there is not making a good enough connection. Maybe my jump packs are dead. Let's go check them. Well, it appears like all 3 of my jump packs are dead. So I'm gonna go put them on the charger for a while and we'll try this again. But as you notice, I'm jumping from back here. I don't need one under the hood as well as back here. So, and it was cranking. So let me get these charged up and we'll check back. All right, it's a new day. I'm pretty sure my battery was frozen, so I went and bought a new one. It's a cheap $50 Walmart one, but this one has more cranking amps than the OEM one's supposed to have. So, new battery on. I'm not sure if this is going to get out. This is pretty buried, but we'll try. So, hopefully it'll prove my theory. Let's see if she'll fire up. Easy peasy. I just have a frozen car to the ground that won't steer. Yeah, cool. So I noticed there were actually a couple of videos on YouTube documenting this, but it is proven. Let me cover this part here. Temporary fix to get your car running again if the airbags have blown. Hope you enjoyed. Quick how-to video. Stay tuned for more. Be sure to smash that like button if this helped you out, and we'll catch you on the next one.